Welcome to My Body Fits. Today we're doing the fifth and final workout in our super simple kettlebell series using just 4 basic exercises: the deadlift, the 2-hand clean, goblet squat and 2-hand presses. Hi, I'm personal trainer and kettlebell coach Mel Anderson. Welcome to my channel. Now, if you've been following this series, you'll know by now that I work with women approaching, going through and beyond menopause. I've created this mini series of workouts for people just like me who already have enough responsibilities in life, and when perimenopause hit us, finding the energy, time and the motivation to exercise became harder and harder. If you've found that the changes that come with menopause are challenging and exhausting, but it's still really important to you that you keep moving, these workouts are just for you. Kettlebells are a fantastic tool for people like us. You can do really effective workouts with very little time, space and equipment. Training with kettlebells brought back my strength and my confidence, and I'm going to show you how. I'm super excited to bring you this mini series of workouts that you can do at home anytime. And if you follow the URL or click the link in the description, you can print off a copy of today's session and start to build yourself a library of workouts. Now, if you haven't yet mastered these exercises, make sure you follow the tutorial and practice first. But if you've been following this series and you're quite confident with them, you can go straight to the workout. Okay, let's go through the deadlift. So let me show you first of all, and then I'm going to talk you through how you do it. So deadlift is just basically picking the kettlebell up off the floor, okay? So like this, and then you tap it down, back up and down. Okay, so the setup, you want the kettlebell to be in between your feet and the handles should roughly line up with your ankles. So it's literally right in between your feet there. We're going to hinge our hips back. Now, hinging just means I'm pushing my backside backwards. I've got a softening in the knee, not a bend in the knee, okay? So I'm reaching down to the floor, but I'm doing that by pushing my hips back, not so much bend in the knee, okay? From the side, this is how it looks. So I'm going to push my hips, push my backside backwards, and you see my hands, I can get closer to the floor then, okay? So I like to push my fingertips in my hips here because that gives me the cue to push my backside backwards. So fingertips into your hips, pushing your hips backwards. You're going to reach down for that kettlebell handle. You're going to take a really nice firm grasp of the handle, okay? And then from here, we want to squeeze our shoulders back and down, okay? Which gives us a nice kind of flat back. So from here, grabbing hold of those handles and pulling my shoulders back. That gives me a nice flat back, okay? So hips back, nice firm grip on the bell, pull the shoulders back and simply stand up, okay? Then I'm gonna send my hips backwards again. I'm gonna tap the floor and stand up. Tap the floor and stand up. Let me show you that from the side. So there's my kettlebell. I'm going to stand right over the kettlebell, fingertips into my hips, push my hips back. You see the knees are soft. They're not bent like a squat. They're just soft, okay? Firm grasp on the handle. Pull my shoulders back and down. Stand up and tap. Stand up and tap. Now, when you stand up, squeeze your glutes, squeeze your thighs, and don't push the hips too far forward, okay? So what we don't want to do is lean backwards against that weight, okay? Stand up nice and tall, shoulders back. Tap the floor, up, tap the floor. Okay, go and have a little practice of that now. Okay, next up, the 2-hand clean. Again, let me show you what it looks like and then I'll talk you through it. Okay, so again, Okay, so basically the setup is exactly the same as the deadlift. So I'm standing over my bell, my hips go back, hands on the bell, all the same as the deadlift. The only difference with the two-hand clean is instead of leaving the bell here, I'm switching hand positions and I'm driving the elbows down. Elbows are going to connect with my ribs. So in slow motion, here, grabbing the bell, come up, elbows go down and I switch the grip, okay? So watch carefully. Bell in between your feet, lining up the handles with your ankles. Push the hips back. Nice firm grip, pull the shoulders back, come up and quickly switch grip, okay? Elbows are driving downwards and then I'm going to switch that grip again and drop it to the floor. And again, and back down to the floor. And again, back down to the floor. Let me show you that from the side as well. So I'm going to set my bell up there. I'm going to stand over my kettlebell, pushing my hips back. Nice firm grip on the handles, squeeze the shoulders and up and elbows driving down, okay? To here and elbows driving down. Now you notice the bell isn't touching my chest there, okay? You don't want to rest that bell here at the top position. A nice little bit of space between your chest and the bell. Down to there. Go and have a practice. Okay, let's go through the goblet squat. So again, I'm going to show you what it looks like and then I'm going to talk you through. So, and, okay, so as you'll see, the setup, for this beginner version, the setup's exactly the same as the deadlift, all right? So I've got the bell in between my feet, handles lined up with my ankles, pushing the hips back into that kind of deadlift position and clean the bell as we've already learned. And that's your starting position for the squat, okay? Once you've got the bell up here, you're gonna find your comfortable sort of leg foot position, all right? So for some people, a narrow stance works really well. For me personally, and for some of you out there, I've got like less mobility in my ankle. So I need to find that mobility elsewhere. So turning my toes out ever so slightly gives me the space to squat down. So hinging at the hips, grab hold of the bell, squeeze the shoulders, clean the bell into position. And remember, nice little bit of space between your chest and the bell. From here, I'm going to take a little sniff in. I'm going to come down and I want my elbows to try to get inside my knees, okay? From here, standing up nice and tall. Okay, so down again and up. Now from the side, I'm going to show you from the side. Okay, so I'm turning my feet out. I've got my bell clean up here. I'm going to come down. Now, careful to not let that bell pull you forward like this, okay? Shoulders back, chest up and stand. Let's do one more. And good. And then dropping the bell into that hand position, popping it back down the floor. Go and have a little practice. Okay, the two-hand press. Let me show you it again and then I'll talk you through. So from here, I'm going to pick my belt up nice and safely, press with two hands, and back down again. All right, so the setup's the same again as the deadlift. So I'm standing over my bell. I want the handles lined up nicely with my ankles. I'm going to push my hips back into that hinge, okay? So pushing the hips back, grabbing hold of that bell nice and tight, pull my shoulders back, and I'm going to clean the bell into position, making sure I've got a nice gap. Now, from the side, what I want to do here is I'm going to ever so slightly lean my upper half back to make space to press that bell. Not too far, you don't want to be here, but if you're too straight, you're going to with your nose, okay? So a tiny little space maker here and back down again. Straight arms at the top, okay? So lock out the elbows and make sure you bring those elbows all the way back down. We don't want to come here and halfway, okay? All the way back down to the ribs and done. Go and have a little practice. Okay, we're going to put a couple of exercises together. So we're going to do the deadlift and the clean together and the squat and the press together, okay? This is what it looks like. So remember your setup, standing right over the bell, okay? Hinge, grab the handles. There's your deadlift. There's your clean. Back down. There's your deadlift. There's your clean. All right, that's that one. And then for the squat and press, clean the bell into position, all right? So from here, that's my start. I'm gonna take my feet a little bit wider, coming down for my squat and then straight into the press. Down, straight into the press. Bring the bell to here, pause. Down, there you go. Have a little practice. As always, there's a PDF to go along with this workout to add to your library, and there's an extra bonus PDF for you, a 5-day workout planner using all of the workouts in this series. Simply follow the URL or click the link in the description, and you'll also find links to all the other workouts in this series there too. So let's get our bells ready, but first up, let's have a little energy check-in. So how are you feeling today? How much sleep have you had? What are your stress levels like, and what are your commitments like after the workout? In other words, how much energy do you need to reserve? So I'm opting for a lighter bell again this week so that I've got plenty of energy for the workouts that I've got later on in the week. And if you're not sure what weights to use, follow the URL below to get my guide to buying your first kettlebell, where you'll find some help in choosing your weights. Make sure you've got some water to hand and find a nice clear space to move. Okay, we've got our water ready, we've got our kettlebells ready. Let's get our body ready with a little bit of movement prep. So roll your shoulders, big rolls backwards, taking it nice and slowly. Keep the rest of your body nice and relaxed. Okay, bringing those shoulders forwards, roll them forwards. And again, nice and slowly, don't rush this part. Okay, good. Big circles. Taking those circles as big as you can. I really get clicks. I know I say this every week, but I get these clicks in my shoulders every time I do this, particularly my left one. And forwards. Lovely big circles. Point the fingertips away. Imagine you're kind of scraping the great big circles, reaching up as high as you can. Good, good. All right, we're going to breathe in, reach up. Big deep breath, grab hold of the wrist, pushing your hip to one side, pulling the arm over the other side. I love this stretch. I love all stretches. So nice. Good. Breathe in and good, good. Same again on both sides. Oh, lovely. It's like when you wake up in the morning. I do this as soon as I wake up. Good, good. All right, let's come to the end of the mat then, because we're going to go down on our mat. So reach up with a big inhale. Exhale as you roll down. We're going to hold it here for a few seconds. Depending on what time of day it is, depends on how far my hands go towards the floor. First thing in the morning, I'm around about there. And it takes me a few times to get down to the floor. Don't worry about where your hands reach, doesn't matter. Good. We're going to go down to the floor. Bending your knees if you need to get your hands to the floor. Walking the hands out. And then bring your knees to the floor. We're going to go into that rocking backwards and forwards. So we put our backside back towards the heels, pushing down through the chest, as if you're trying to get your chest to the floor, and you really feel that really lovely stretch through the shoulders and your back there. And then bringing the hips forward. And again, as always, be careful and mindful of how that makes the lower back feel. If you feel a little twinge, just don't go too low. Just stay here. rocking backwards and forwards. Do what feels good to you. Don't worry about what anyone else is doing. Don't worry about what anyone else looks like. Just feel how your body's feeling. Backwards and forwards a few more times. I really like moving so many joints here. Our wrists, shoulders, hips, knees, ankles, just really great. Good. Come into here, hands underneath your shoulders now. We're going to thread one hand through the space between the wrist and the knees, threading it through, trying to bring your shoulder and the side of your head to the floor, coming up, looking at your fingertips, and again, through, and up, and shoulder to the floor, head to the floor, up, and again. You know, if you can't get the shoulders and the head to the floor right now, don't worry. It's all right. Just go to the furthest point that you can. As long as you're moving, that's all that matters. We're just, we're just getting our body moving, getting it warmed up, ready to go before we start lifting the weights. Okay, good. I'm going to do one more. Head down, shoulder down, up. Good. Hands together underneath your shoulders, tucking your toes under, lift your hips up, trying to get the heels as close to the floor as you can, move your hands towards your feet, rolling up slowly. Okay, so this is our final week in this mini series, so a tougher workout to finish. We've got a ladder. Now, if you want a shorter workout this week, you're just going to go up the ladder with me. But if you want an extra long workout or longer workout, you're going to go back down the ladder. So we're going to start low. We're going to do our deadlifts and cleans and our thrusters. Okay, so we're going to go 2 of one, 1 of the other. Then we go 4 and 2, 6 and 3. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. That's right. I had to think of the numbers in. All the way up to 10 and 5. We'll have a short break and then we're going to go back down the ladder. So you can either stick with me, go up the ladder and back down again, or just go up the ladder. Whatever feels good to you today, or however much time you've got today. Bring in your bell for that setup. Remember, we want it in between our feet. Handlebars. Handles lined up with your ankles, all right? First up, 2 deadlifts to cleans, 1 thruster. Ready to go. And so it's a deadlift to clean, that's 1. Deadlift to clean, that's 2. And then a thruster, just 1. And push, good. Down it goes. We're just going to shake it out. Really short rest and we're going to go straight in. So that was nice and easy. We're going to get harder and harder as we do more. Okay, next up, 4 deadlifts to cleans, 2 thrusters. Ready? Here we go. And 1 to clean. That's 2. 3. And 4, setting it up for your squats or your thrusters. Ready? 2 of those. And 1. And 2. Down it goes. Shaking it out, keep moving. We'll have a longer rest and grab a drink when we get to the top of the ladder. Next up, 6 and 3. Ready to go? And deadlift to clean, that's 1. Deadlift to clean, that's 2. 3, halfway. 4. 5, 1 more. That's 6. Okay, setting it up for your thruster. Ready? 3 of those. 1, 2, and 3. Bell down, shake it out, keep moving. Whew. I have to keep hoiking my trousers up. Okay, next up we've got 8 and 4. So, ready for the setup? Here we go. 8 deadlifts to cleans, 4 thrusters. and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 4 thrusters, ready. Here we go, just your feet if you need to. Here we go, and 1, 2, 3, one more, 4, bell back down, shake it out. We're almost at the top of the ladder. We're going to stop and have a rest and a drink before we go back down. Keeping it nice and loose, keep moving. Okay, ready for the setup. Last one for the top of the ladder. 10 deadlifts to cleans, 5 thrusters. Here we go. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, halfway, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, 10, good. Adjust your feet, ready for the thrusters. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, one more, come on, and 5. Bell down, grab yourselves a drink, have a short rest. Okay, let's do this back down the ladder, starting with 10 and 5, working all the way down to 2 and 1. Ready to go? Okay, 10 deadlifts to cleans, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, halfway, woo, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, and 10. Adjust the feet if you need to for your thrusters. We're doing 5. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Bell down. Stay nice and loose. Let's keep moving. Ooh. Okay, we're going to 8 and 4. Get ready. Standing over your bell. Here we go. 8 deadlifts to cleans, 4 thrusters, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 more, let's go, 7, one more, and 8, 4 thrusters, let's go, 1, 2, 3, and 4, down, shake it out, keep moving. Okay, we've got 3 more sets to do. Gonna get a little bit easier because there's less to do. Next up, 6 and 3, ready to go. 6 deadlifts to cleans, 3 thrusters. Here we go. And that's 1. That's 2. And 3. 4. 5. One more. And 6. 3 thrusters. Are you ready? And 1, 2, and 3. Excellent, we're almost there. 2 sets to go. Stay nice and loose, keep moving. 4 and 2, 2 and 1 left. Okay, ready to go. 4 and 2, let's do it. And that's 1. And 2. And 3. Last one, come on. And 4. 2 thrusters. Ready? That's 1. And 2. Bell down. Okay, 1 more set to go, people. 1 more, and it's a nice short one. Okay, last set. 2 deadlifts to cleans, 1 thruster. Let's do this and finish it off. Ready? And 1, and 2. Setting that squat up. Let's go and look. Let's pause at the bottom for this one. Ready? Coming down. Hold it there. Hold it. And up. Let's put those bells down nice and safely. Grab a drink and we'll have a nice cool down. Okay, let's have a nice cool down together. Rolling your shoulders. Keep your body nice and relaxed. Big inhale and exhale as you do it. Trying to bring your heart rate back down. Trying to bring your breathing back to normal. Roll those shoulders forwards. Funny enough, no clicks and pops at the end of the workout. It's always at the start of it. Good, good. Okay, straight to the end of the mat for this one. We're going to reach up and we're going to roll down. Hanging down there. So keep your knees keep your legs fairly straight so you really feel that stretch. As soon as you bend your knees, that kind of stretchy feeling goes. So try and keep them nice and straight. Let your arms drop down. Try and look through your legs. Rolling up nice and slowly now, really slowly. Take your time. Breathe in and reach up again. Exhale. And I bet you can get your hands closer to the floor than you could at the start. Looking through your legs again. Let's walk our hands out. Bend your knees if you need to get your hands to the floor. That's absolutely fine. Hands halfway through the mat here. Just pull your heels down. Push your chest towards your knees. Woo-wee. Such a nice stretch. Walk the hands forwards. Bring your knees to the mat, toes together. Knees nice and wide, making space for your backside to sit back and for you to drop into the space between your legs. I've got such an itchy nose. Okay, so stretch your arms out in front. Rest your head on the floor. Think about pressing gently through your chest to the floor and breathe. Try and like switch off all the tension and just really relax in that position for a moment. Ah, it's so beautiful. Okay, good. Slide your hands next to your head and push yourself up to a tall kneeling position. Okay, we're going to do the same stretches that we've been doing all the way along. Bringing my right foot up in front and I'm tucking the back toe under. That makes me feel really nice and stable, like I'm not going to fall over. Okay, tucking the pelvis under. I want to be really nice and tall in the upper half, and I'm going to, upper half of my body that is, going to push myself forward until I feel that stretch there. Taking it as far forward as you need to feel that stretch. And when you feel like, ooh, yeah, just stay there, hang out there for a minute, breathe. And I'm going to shiggle my toe forward a little bit, giving myself a little bit more space to stretch. Hands on my thigh, pushing my body gently away from my knee as I push my hip forward. And breathe. Taking the forearm to my thigh, left arm goes up and over like that. Taking my fingertips as far away from my knee as I can get it. Oh, it's so beautiful. Bringing that knee back down, swap sides. So my left knee's going up now, tucking the back foot under, tucking the pelvis under. I was going to say push then, but tucking the pelvis under. Upper body is nice and tall. Already you're going to feel a stretch in your hip there, okay? Gently pushing forwards. Find that kind of end range that feels good. Breathe. Good, good, good. Hands on your thigh. Whilst pushing your hip forward, gently push away from your knee. And you should feel that stretching a little bit more, a little bit extra. Bringing my forearm to my thigh. Right arm goes up and over. Pulling this hand away from the knee. Lovely. And back. Both knees to the floor. Bringing my hands back down to the floor again. Toes are tucked under. Hips come up. Heels go down. Walking your hands in towards your feet. Rolling up really nice and slowly to finish. We're all done. Well done. Thank you for joining me today for this super simple kettlebell workout, and I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to grab your PDF. You get this free with every one of my videos, so you can make a lovely collection of workouts that you can do anytime. That's all from me today, but join me next week when I'm going to be bringing you something a little different. Missed that word mini, but that's all right. Bloody floor's creaking.